I totally spaced on that, but we have the stuff from last game. Good evening, BYU Cougars fans. This is your host, Grant Drevis, and with my partner, Andrew Dossett, joining you for this latest presentation of your Brigham Young University men's soccer team against Utah Valley University here in this Utah Valley Derby match on this beautiful October evening. As you can see, the rain is coming down pretty heavily, but that's not going to dampen the spirits and hopefully the playing style tonight for our boys, Andrew.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good matchup. Really looking forward to it this evening. We're facing off against the Utah Valley University Wolverines this evening. BYU previously playing them, beating them from a final score of 5-0. Goals coming from Ben Fankhauser, Caleb Meyer, Carter Olson tallied 2, and Christian Bain. Can't go a game without scoring. So
it was a goal fest.
It definitely was. Let's hope it's a little closer this evening and have a little bit more competition.
Oh, definitely. So as we see the players lining up for both BYU in the all-black strip and UVU in the all-white strip, our starting 11 is going to start this way. Deputizing in goal is going to be Ethan Cash for his first start of the season. Tag Wilson is out through illness. We hope he recovers. Thankfully, not due to the pandemic, not due to COVID, but other illnesses. So we'll hope to see him back and wish him a speedy return. At the back, unchanged lineup aside from Jackson Henley also coming in at left back. Starting for his first home match of the season with Adam Canfield, Griff Garcia at center back, Nathan Mumford at right back. In the middle, same complexion as what we've seen, Doss, Ben Fankhauser, Ben Gonzalez, and Caleb Meyer, with Eli Homestead at leading goal scorer, with Christian Bain and Michael Anderson, our leading assist provider for this season up top. So Cougars fans, it's been 3 weeks since we last saw you. We've missed you. We've definitely missed seeing our boys play at home. And as fans are lining into the stadium, we're looking forward to hopefully another goal fest with some entertaining football or soccer tonight.
Yeah, this will be a good one. Right now, they're currently, as you can see on your screen, they're giving the starting 11 out, just getting the starting lineups out for the fans here. Currently, I'm pretty surprised at the turnout. I wasn't expecting too many people just because of the rain, the conditions.
The rain is coming down.
It is, yeah. It's a cold one. Obviously, not a great, ideal fan spectator event if you're anything like me. But I'm surprised pleasantly.
No, definitely. And as you can see, Cougars fans, it's coming down pretty significantly. And I would definitely be watching from the comfort of my own home. So for those fans who are in their hopefully warm homes or wherever in the world you are tuning in from, we always have fans from across the country and in other countries as well. We hope you're well, and we welcome you back to beautiful Southfield here. I'm personally enjoying the fall weather, and as a player, I love playing in these types of conditions. When you're sliding on a slide tackle, you can go probably, it seems like 10 yards. And you can see the boys getting hyped and pumped up with some of the music here.
Yeah, it's exciting to just get amped like games like this. I'm looking over to my right. I'm seeing the boys, Mike Anderson, just getting everybody going, giving them a little push, and let's go, let's go, let's go. Big Mike, a big leader, big part of this organization. He's brought a lot of passion and power in his gameplay. So it'll definitely be a really interesting one to see him and see how he gets out there.
And something you'll see on the top left of your screen, or you did see, Christian Bain, number 10, wearing some throwback Predators from the year 2006, something that I particularly appreciated. And we'll see what he's able to do in those beautiful boots tonight.
I had Predators back in 07 as well, but I threw them away.
You threw them away? Oh, my goodness.
I tear through
Oh, I
cleats
know,
like
but you
it's nothing.
threw them away. The disrespect, man.
You can't,
the best soccer boot of all time. I don't know what they're doing today with the designs, but back when they were leather, they were amazing. And as we're highlighting in here, just a reminder for those who did miss the announcement of the starting 11, same starting 11 as what we've seen, other than Ethan Cash, the senior finance major, starting in goal for the first time as Tag Wilson is absent, as well as Jackson Henley on the left side. As play kicks off and we see Adam Canfield playing it out here to Nathan Mumford. Finds Fankhauser with the split pass, surveys his options, attempts a great through pass into Eli Homestead, who just is unable to effectively turn and find his chance in on goal.
That was an excellent pass by Ben Fankhauser, passing it through one channel and getting it connected through the next. For you soccer fans who are not super familiar with what a channel is, across the field there are 4 different channels, and it's just divided up into 4. So you just pass it from one side into the next one. And that's what interlocking channels are.
And if you have DirecTV, you have over 700 channels, is from what I hear recently.
Yes, maybe not that kind of channel out here on Southfield tonight.
And as you can see, that split pass from Adam Canfield, the passing is much slicker, and I think something that is really going to suit our style of play, in that we love to keep the ball on the floor. We love playing on the ground, and you have the optimal conditions for passes to be particularly accurate.
Yeah, especially out here on South, it's a nice wide field. You can spread the field, spread the defense out, and it plays to BYU's advantage.
Yeah. As number 13 on Utah plays it out here to the right back. The red-headed lad plays it to an offside UVU player. We were able to hold the line well, and the striker was unable to find the right timing and positioning. So we see Captain Griff Garcia sporting the armband, spreads it and switches it to Adam Canfield. Utah Valley is not particularly pressing high. Granted, in the reverse fixture, we did see a 5-0 win for the Cougars. So I think that, the coach is going to want to tactically approach this as something a little bit less impatient in the defense and something where they might hope to absorb pressure from BYU. As Eli Homestead wins the ball back, finds Bain in the middle. Over to Fankhauser, options to his right, plays that through pass into Homestead, who puts it in the back of the old onion bag, but is unfortunately found offside. Sorry, Cougar fans at home for waiting to. I can just imagine the anticipation, thinking, oh my goodness, Grant Drivas is going to be shouting goal for the umpteenth time this season, as the Cougars have absolutely walloped the opposition in winning by the slimmest of margins of 3-0 at the least and 8-0 at the most. We have yet to actually concede a goal, so hopefully we're able to keep another consecutive clean sheet. Number 10, the UVU captain, on the ball. Adam Canfield is able to head it out.
Yeah, and that's a characteristic just innate in the BYU offense. We're scoring a lot of goals and we're not really giving up any. Back in the 2019 season, when we had a full season, went to nationals, I believe we scored over 100 goals. I think it was about 108, and we only conceded 3. And all 3 of those, 2 of those coming in the national tournament.
And great interplay here as Eli Homestead puts it in the back of the net off of some beautiful play, slides on that slick surface for a goal here in the 4th minute. You know what time it is for those who were delayed from the initial offside call. Now we can go for it, and that's a goal in the 4th minute for BYU. Unfortunately, that low press and hopefully more high defensive approach was easily split open by a few beautiful one-touch plays. And Bain played an excellent pass. As I was actually looking at it, I was thinking maybe he should have gone wide, and the pass was just perfectly weighted. That's what those beautiful 2006 Predator boots from 2 decades ago now are able to do for you. And great finish by Eli, keeping his head and being composed.
Yeah, excellent. Just split the legs of the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
This isn't hockey.
Lacrosse fans are bitter that you didn't say this isn't lacrosse. As the ball is headed in and just goes by, Ethan Cash was in no man's land there. Thankfully, he was able to have his blushes spared by the missed shot. But I tell you, that was definitely a little bit too suspect.
That was close.
As Fankhauser plays it, we have Bain, who performs the feint, plays in Anderson, onside, kept onside. Surveying his options, turns, leaves 11 in his wake. And Bain is in here with a tame shot. It did look like he handled the ball. The referee missed that. So the optimistic neutral in me is glad that it didn't result in a goal. That would have been definitely unfair.
Well, there is that new rule that came out where it's if it's unintentional, then it is okay, and if it does not disrupt the nature of play, like an extended arm, that would be considered a handball. However, in that one, it was a little close, so maybe the referee saw it differently.
Yeah, and I know that they definitely apply that more on the defensive side, but anyways, I'm glad I definitely thought it was harsh not to call. As the goalkeeper on UVU is able to scoop that up. What I definitely see, and this is something, ladies and gentlemen at home who are viewing with us and watching, Andrew and I, prior to the game, discussing what we'd like to see a little bit more from the Cougars, and they've done that already in the 6 minutes or so that we've already seen elapse here, in that they've been much more direct. They have been more decisive with their passing and incisive in wanting to be more attacking minded, and that's something that we definitely enjoy seeing. Fankhauser cuts out the ball, plays it into Bain, who is able to slip past the opposing defender attempting an intervention. Canfield finds Bain again. who lays it off to Gonzalez in the middle. Back to Canfield. We can just definitely see there is acres of space down the BYU left flank. And some combination play in here. Meyer plays it into Henley, turning on the afterburners, who is unfortunately found offside. Maybe finding himself in unfamiliar territory on that ultra-attacking side of things.
Yeah, that was definitely close. The defender and Jackson just went at the same time, so Jackson probably just got a slight step on him.
Yeah, and when you have that pace, you know, it actually can be a detriment sometimes. You get by the guy too quickly and you're already offside. But something that you've also noticed, ladies and gentlemen, as we've noted, yes, we do have a new goalkeeper in starting for today's match. Jackson Henley is starting for the first time at home here in place of excuse me for blanking here, in place of his teammate Asher Franks, who was deputizing for him before. Man, that was a brain freeze. Must be the frigid temperatures out here. But I was talking to Coach Gillum before the game as we see this replay in here. And
yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? No, it's a foul. But I was talking to Coach Gillum before the game, asking him about the starting 11, and he said that right now it is a really tight contest between Asher Franks and Jackson Henley. They both have differing attributes that are really beneficial to the team, so it's 50-50 at this point, according to Coach Gillum. As the UVU player thought he caught the goalkeeper out, who was able to collect an otherwise very tame shot.
Yeah, I think a major key of this game, especially with getting shots off, hitting them, letting them bounce, you know?
Yeah.
Let it skid on that ground. Those are the most difficult shots to save as a goalkeeper. So if you get those shots, have one bounce right before it gets to the keeper, it bounces up right over the arm. It's in the net every time.
Meyer swings it across here, low and driven, as Fankhauser vies for the ball with the UVU defender. The ball does go out and is adjudged to be a corner by the linesman on this far side.
Yeah, and we see Adam Canfield making his way up into the box right now. Let's see if he can't replicate what he did last time at home.
A worldly of a header, making his way downtown, walking fast. Cross comes in, definitely low and driven, and it is headed over on this near side. It looks like that's Ethan Meyer, or excuse me, Caleb Meyer.
Yeah, Caleb.
Rest in peace, Ethan. Just kidding. He's alive and well in Dallas, Texas. He actually works at the same company as I do, and hope he and his family are well. His goalkeeper clears the ball on this goal kick. The ball is cut out by Caleb Meyer, who plays it into Anderson, able to bring it down. Caught in a little bit of a traffic jam as UVU is able to cut it out. Canfield applying pressure to the UVU forward, number 18 here.
That's great pressure by Ben Gonzalez and Adam Canfield.
Ben does a lot of that dirty work that is not as often talked about as it should be. Definitely performing underrated elements of the game, I'd say, especially on the defensive side, that you really need somebody to do the dirty work. And we see Bain dropping in quite a bit so far in this first half. Plays it Anderson, who again finds Bain. Surveying his options. Nathan Mumford on the ball, lays it off to Anderson, avoids the slip. It is a very slick surface, so don't be surprised if we see a few more tumbles and falls tonight.
Yeah, Adam Canfield communicating out to the right side with Nate Mumford and Michael Anderson, just saying, hey, next time let's step on it, let's take our time, let's go out the other way. That's excellent coaching, excellent information given, and I think it was well received.
Definitely. Ball well won back by Eli Homestead. Opts to play it all the way back to Ethan Cash to reset that play. But I definitely think as we're growing into the season, we have our eyes on regionals and then on nationals, seeking to win another national title, is being able to bide our time and knowing when we do need to be very incisive, as an attempted pass is potentially foiled, but not successfully. However, here Bain gives the ball cheaply away. Jackson Henley almost shepherds the ball out, but is played back to Griff Garcia, who again plays it back to Ethan Cash. Something I would like to see here is I think we played with a pretty decent tempo but it's dropped off definitely the last couple minutes. And I think we need to leverage the wide open spaces that we see here and be sharper on the ball with these types of passes. Outside the pass attempted here, and we see an excellent cutout tackle by Adam Canfield. Very well done.
Textbook. And Grant, one thing I'm noticing here, the UVU, I guess whenever they're on defense, they're very spread out. Typically you want, no more than 25 yards in between your front line and your defense, your back line. Right now, I'm seeing them as far as 40 yards. Right now they're a little bit better. They're behind the ball.
They heard us and now they're dropping back. No, but definitely within, you typically want to have, let's say, at least 2 blocks of 4, as they traditionally say. And you want them to be tight and compact and leave the wide areas open. It seems like they're more concerned about the wide areas as opposed to clogging the midfield and forcing us to play wide. Because I can't recall us having so many successful and even attempted split passes in the first quarter of an hour in quite a while like this.
Yeah, and so normally I'm always chirping about, hey, let's just do 1 to 2 touches. We're not having any pressure on us until we get into that final third. So
and I think this is exactly what UVU wants, is a pretty easily given away pass, but then and then try to punish us on the transition. But going down the BYU left flank, Jackson Henley has loads of pace to be able to recover, as a UVU player is gingerly returning to his feet after having the ball fairly taken from him. The referee gets in the way, but play is able to favorably continue, so he will not stop play in that sense. Outside the foot pass from Fankhauser over to Ben here on the right flank. Has different options, but one thing we definitely do not have a size advantage with our smaller front three than maybe your typical front three that you would see. As the ball's cut out from Bain, great tackle from Nathan Mumford, going to ground and winning the ball back.
And see, now we're in the final third. 1-2 touches right here. If you can get away with a third, go for it. But they're just really clogging the 18 right here.
And for my liking, again, that's 3 cheaply, given away passes now within the last couple of possessions. I'd like to see better.
Yeah, it's just a game of patience here. Just a game of patience. Get in the final third. Take your time. Let's knock it around. Make them run. As you knock it around, the openings are going to come up, and you're going to get a goal.
And you see down this the left flank, Jackson Henley's definitely pushing up more. Eli Homestead is floating into the middle, and there's just lots of space. Henley down here on the left puts it across. It is cut out by UVU. But that's something that Ben Gonzalez in his position as the holding midfielder is going to have to be wary of on a potential counterattack. If we get the ball cut out like in that instance, they're going to want to take advantage of the space left open on that left flank.
Yeah.
And a foul is adjudged to have been called. Definitely coming in behind here on the UVU defender on Griff Garcia, finding himself in some less charted territory as the center back.
Yeah, this is 2-step range, if any of you are familiar with the 2-step set piece.
For those unfamiliar with it, how would you describe it?
You take 2 steps away from the ball, and then you kick it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory title, if I might say. Bain swings the ball in, unable to get past that first defender, unfortunately. You could hear the UVU coaching staff shouting about the open BYU player just right on the touchline. No offside, of course, on a throw-in. And a shot comes in from Fankhauser. Bounces, as you suggested, but Coach Dawson's advice does not pay off this time.
Well, you got to hit away from the goalie.
Or the little bit more knuckle if you're going straight at him.
Yeah.
But, it's always good to test the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Just don't let him down again like that, Doss.
I won't.
They hear us loud and clear.
I know they do. Everyone's listening to us.
And for fans at home, something that I personally enjoy seeing just all throughout the week, every day, and leading up to match day is being able to hear out, what our players are doing, see what they're doing day to day in preparation for hopefully another undefeated season. Give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, search BYU Soccer, all one word on Instagram, and BYU Soccer on Facebook to get the latest and greatest in between match days. as we the ball is well cut out here by Eli Homestead. We are in on this transition. Attempts a shot that does go out for a corner. Now, I would have liked for us to have been a little bit more explosive there on that offensive transition, getting boys, down both flanks, down the left, down the right, really forcing defenders to make a decision and open up space thereby.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting wide, pushing the pace, making sure you're getting everyone going as a unit, and that's communicated through the backs. They need to make sure that they're communicating with everyone, saying, "Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go."
Definitely. Cross comes in here, and the ball is headed by Adam Canfield, but more vertical than towards goal. Great tackle here from Ben Fankhauser. Ball goes out for a Wolverine throw. On throwing comes here Nathan Mumford. He's been very defensively sound today, cutting out some great transitional opportunities for UVU, and he makes his height and physical presence known on these on throw-ins, longer passes, etc. So I hope he keeps it up. As we do see an opening here for UVU as
they're going to give him a PK there.
As a penalty is called on Ethan Cash. It's a yellow card for Ethan.
I thought I heard some contact on the ball, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, I think he missed him.
Yeah, I think so as well. That is not good for us, and this is UVU has the ability to put in the first goal conceded by BYU. Just caught in transition there, and I think to what we've been discussing earlier, that's what they were looking for. A cheap turnover and being able to play in a pretty direct pass down our throats down the middle.
And that's what BYU's got to be cognizant of. They have to understand they're not the kind of team that's going to pass through you and break you down and make you run all the time and break you down and get a goal like that. They're going to win this game. If they do, they're going to do that through counterattacks. It's not going to be in an attempt where they're bringing it all the way up the field. This game, it's going to be won by that way, and BYU defense needs to recognize that. And as soon as they see them starting to countering, they need to start dropping and understanding, hey, that ball's going to go through. And if it doesn't, our midfield, our defense, we're good enough. We're going to go get the ball back.
No, I definitely agree, and definitely difficult. Hate to say it as somebody who's been in the program. Both of us, right? But the defense did not do, of course, Ethan Cash any favors, but I think it was a little bit too overzealous coming out again in that instance. But of course, how do you have to judge? You have to have the experience, in the game to be able to do that first start, that we see of the season. But again, not so much on the goalkeeper as us just completely being split open by, frankly, too simple a pass.
Yeah, definitely.
And it makes you wonder, what the boys are discussing here. We could ad-lib, hey guys, what are we doing, But definitely frustrating as we get a great view of the Y. It is homecoming week. So tomorrow we actually, as we have the annual American football homecoming game against Boise State. So the Y is lit for this week in honor of alum and current students alike. As you can see, according to Brother Toto of the song Africa, the rains definitely are coming down.
Yeah, I hope this UVU player is all right. Kind of looks like they're doing some tests on his head. Hopefully that's not the case.
I hope not. And I saw him on one shot of him kind of pointing to the back of his head. I hope he landed okay, because there wasn't terribly malicious contact from Ethan Cash there.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I just wonder if
it was late, but I wonder if it was the way he landed.
Yeah, either that or maybe if he's extremely flexible, just hit the back of his head with his cleat. That would be quite the flexible individual.
No, definitely. So let's see. We do have the stoppage here. We do hope that the UVU player's okay. You know, it is a beautiful game. It is a beautiful sport and great thing to participate in. But we have both trainers from UVU and BYU tending to him, and hope he is okay. The last thing you do want is something horrific to happen, and especially with concussion protocols and people taking more mind and care of that type of thing. I hope they make the right decision, but it seems at this point like just how extended the examinations, everything have been, it seems like he won't be continuing. And I saw also 3 UVU players lining up for substitution.
I think he's sitting up right now. I think that's somewhat of a good sign. Definitely had some calls out here on Southfield where 30, 45-minute delays just waiting for an ambulance to get out here, and those are the scary ones.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign that he's at least sitting up right now, and hopefully.
I think one of those involved me and Christian Guthrie. It was more of me. He, said something in a banterous effect, and I dished it back to him, and we just had to stop the game and make sure, he was okay. The verbal whiplash.
Yeah. Looks like he's getting up. He's walking off the field in his own power, so that's good. Let's just
off camera, now on camera. But hope he is okay. That attacker definitely has been. He's put in a hard-working shift overall, and he created a great opportunity as Ethan Cash goes over to console and apologize. It looks like, and now it looks like we have Asher Franks warming up and getting ready to enter the field. I presume like for switch with Jackson Henley on the left flank.
Looks like he's holding his neck almost. But we do know that he is in good hands. Miss Denise taking good care of him. Longtime BYU athletic trainer, particularly for the soccer team. She's made it known many times to the players. She's had opportunities to go all over the school to go treat for the football team and other sports, but she just loves the guys on the team. She loves the coaches, the atmosphere, and that's what keeps her here. And
we love Denise, and you never mess with Denise.
Never.
And she's such a kind, awesome person. But no, she takes no nonsense.
Yeah, she'll let you know.
Miss B. Anderson going in, talking to Ethan, giving him some advice. Something I always did, when we'd concede a penalty, it was BYU were growing up, I'd always point one direction, or I thought they would go, and I kind of felt like I was right more or less of the time.
If I was Ethan Cash, I don't know how he takes PKs, but if I was him, I would point one way that he was going to.
And just do it.
I go right there, yeah.
No, I knew a goalkeeper who would stand on the on his left post, stand right next to it, and everyone think, oh, I'm going to go, to his right, and he'd save it unless you put it to his left.
Yeah.
And it was ultimate mind game, but only 19 and let's see what the penalty does here. Swanson it saves it, able to maintain the clean sheet. Great read there. But what is he calling?
They said he came off the line too early.
Oh my goodness gracious.
See if we can get a replay
what the replay is here.
It's got to be contact first. Ooh,
I mean,
it's close.
Yeah, but it's not like he's halfway at the 6.
Yeah.
I have to say though, the way I've seen the game officiated for how long, and even as they've had these new rules, it's not even half a second. It's not. I think it's a 1/10 of a second in real time.
Yeah, and he got his palms on that.
That's frustrating. Yeah. I think that's frustrating. Again, we have our confirmation and BYU bias, coming in here, but as a referee, I personally would not have held him accountable. Let's see if he goes down the same side.
Ooh.
Guesses the right way again. However, UVU is able to equalize. Very frustrating for the Cougars there.
Yeah, it just went right through him. Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit too much power, but that's definitely unfortunate. But I think this is a great test for us. This is the first goal that we have conceded the entire season, and I think this is a fantastic opportunity for us to dig in and really demonstrate how much business we really mean.
Yeah, and that gives the opposing team a little bit more juice, a little bit more pumped up. BYU obviously a little bit down right here. This is a time for someone to step up, be a leader, and get everyone back going into the game. And let's get these guys going, you know?
Definitely. Let's see what we're able to do here. You hear Coach Gillum and others shouting and demanding a response here, and this is the optimal time. Let's use the last 20 or so minutes of the half. Let's pick up the pace. Let's pick up the tempo. Let's also be patient, and let's get some more goals in here. Massive shame there, I have to say, for Ethan, as he was able to guess the right way and I think was judged a little bit too harshly. Anderson down the right flank here, but we're going to continue on, ladies and gentlemen, and quit looking backwards as Nathan Mumford is cut out off of cut off by a UVU defender, goes in for a throw-in.
And it's a corner.
And now a corner for the Cougars. This will be a great time for Adam Canfield to come alive with another diving header. Corner swung in.
That's a good ball. Ooh, they're calling a foul coming out.
Looks like a foul.
Yeah.
Well, this referee is definitely keeping his eyes peeled. As I'm seeing some messages from fellow program alumni.
Not enjoying the call.
Not enjoying the call by any means. But I definitely think so. If it's he's not even near the ball and he's already off the line, but he's coming off the line as the shot's coming in. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh, but it makes things interesting. But like I said, I'm going to keep myself accountable. We are looking forward.
There we go. We just keep moving the ball. 1-2 touch and get rid of it.
That's what we need to do, and there's so much space to take advantage of. And as we do see an extremely low block now from UVU, they are definitely playing a lot more compact vertically. And we'll just have to take better care of the ball, be more decisive, but also find the right times to be patient.
Oh, that's a ball.
Great pass here.
Hey, Mumford's in.
Take that shot, son. Take that shot. The ball's cut out. That ball is handled in an unnatural position. You could argue on that sliding challenge. Where's the call there? The referee says no clue. Same place as Waldo. I don't know. We have Gonzalez now plays it out to Griff Garcia. But that's the type of momentum that we do need more of, Doss.
Yeah.
Great pass there found by Bain. We've been able to exploit that. Let's continue that. As the ball's spread out very, very well to Mumford again. Unfortunately, ball rolls under his foot for, I'd say, his first mistake of the game.
Yeah, and even though we don't get that goal, we're getting attempts on goal, and it's getting your guys amped up. We're that much closer to a goal,
Yeah.
And we see that, it's paying dividends here. We're getting, the opposing team kicks the ball straight out of bounds off their own throw-in, and, now we have the ball.
Canfield surveying his options. Anderson lets the ball run as the ball is cut out by the UVU defender for yet another throw. And we're going to see Asher Franks coming to now enter the field.
Oh, Christian Bain.
Let's see what Bain's able to do. I wasn't able to really get a look at what necessarily happened there. Okay, cut out by, I was thinking that was a terrible shot at that from him.
Yeah, Christian Bain, really good BYU soccer player, son of Matt Bain, former BYU soccer player and coach. Did he play at BYU? I think he did.
I think he did. I think we have to verify. Where's our fact checker?
Yeah.
Fact checker got stuck in rain. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to rain check on that. No pun intended. As the cross comes in from Bain.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, there it is.
Just not. Oh, and it's cleared off the line. How many attempts can we get? Goodness gracious. Gonzalez comes in, able to win the ball. Great work by him. Griff Garcia has options. Almost is able to squeeze it through. Gonzalez again cuts out the pass here, and the ball goes out. I don't know how that didn't go in.
Yeah, and you can just see BYU's knocking at the doorstep. They are ready. They are wanting this goal. and hopefully it comes soon.
Yeah, it's something that, to our right, we're right next, there's a station right next to the BYU bench, and we can hear Brandon Gillum laying into the back line saying we need to have at least 2 people back for that transition, as that is something that hurt us. Anderson able to shoulder off.
Good ball.
Great pass here.
Oh, just outside.
Oh my goodness gracious, great soccer balls of fire. I thought that was just crawling into the far post, and it just goes wide. Great pass here from Anderson. Eli's just not able to wrap his leg around that.
I don't know about that slide at the end.
Yeah, I know. No, I think
came in from behind.
I mean, we conceded penalty. Then how many penalties have we had in our favor this year? So, is it here come another 2 for us, right?
Yeah, and something that we haven't seen traditionally in BYU history, we've started 3 different goalkeepers this year so far.
Yeah.
Normally, we're sticking with one, and maybe every once in a while we're getting a backup in, but Brandon Gillum just trying something different this year. Maybe giving more experience, knowing that we're an older team. Yeah,
and I know. Tag is a junior, Ethan's a senior, and we also have Charlie Thorpe, who's a freshman. So definitely have a variance to be working with. And we also see another substitution lining up. Kyle Cuvelier. We got that family connection in there to Dom Toretto. Nothing stronger than family. Not even a parking the bus tactic. And he's done really well. He has he has 3 goals on the season, all scored on the road at this point. And let's see if he's able to use his quickness. I know he's been deployed mainly down the left in our home games, and I wonder who he'll be coming in for. Bain lays it off here to Finkhauser. Pass is a little too errant. As a greater defensive work ethic is being demanded from the bench for Caleb Meyer. And it looks like Kyle is going to be deployed down the left, making a like-for-like switch with Eli. And we also have Pearson Wallace coming in, it looks like, for Ben Gonzalez, who overall I feel has put in a pretty good shift here in the first half.
Yeah, excellent shift by him. I'm excited to see Pearson come out and play. The Arizona native getting the red card in his first game, much like myself, so looking forward to him.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, good times. Fresno Fuego, back in the old PDL days.
I remember he put in a great shift also in that first game, and he was disappointed to get that red card.
Yeah, unfortunate. 2 yellows. Mine was a straight red, so maybe I'm better, maybe I'm worse. The world may never know.
Oh, you had 2 yellows?
No, he got 2 yellows.
Oh, and you were a straight red. Okay.
I was straight red, yeah.
No, you're worse. That's typically a 2-game ban, and double yellow is typically 1.
Yeah, I was suspended for 3 games.
3? What did you do? I wasn't there for that game.
Long story, but the ref thought I punched a defender.
Thought.
I was on the field for a total of about 30 seconds. So.
Was that summer 2014?
Yeah, it was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, young 18-year-old lad.
Ball's cut out and goes out. I'm just laughing here for a UVU throw. And I don't know what in the world happened with that throw. Maybe he had too much popcorn, or the ball was too wet, or maybe both. But and that
Yeah, we see BYU being a little bit more fatigued, having to run more north and south a little bit more than they're used to. Just taking care of the ball a little bit more will definitely help them out with that. But maybe a little bit more fitness coming into the BYU practices.
Yeah,
that would be fun. I'd come watch.
Yeah, and something that, as a result of having that 4-3-3 formation, is that a big downside is that you are definitely more spread. You have to be fit. I think that we do have the technical soundness to be able to execute it well on the attacking front of things, but we can definitely see there are some more fatigued players out right now, especially in the midfield. Cross comes in, punched out by Ethan Cash.
You just got to kick that out.
Yeah.
You got to, in the wise words of Ethan Meyer, you just got to whomp it.
No nonsense clearance sometimes is required. Well, unfortunately, as the rain continues to come down without any signs of ceasing, hopefully we're able to turn around the dampened mood that we do have here at Southfield. Cross comes in, 13 attempts, a great strike, and oh my goodness. And that's going to be a second goal for UVU, and they have turned this game on its head against the run of play on 2 occasions now, but this is definitely going to be a test for the boys. Not closing down nearly fast enough, and he wrapped his foot around that and got the right bend on it to go into the far post. Definitely painful to give up in the last within the last 10 minutes of the half. As you see, Ty's call coming on for Caleb Meyer in the middle. I think that's a wise call at this point. Ty's has played well, gotten on the score sheet, also has provided assists. And we definitely need a response here. I think the best thing that we can do is at least equalize before halftime. I do have to say, from the neutral perspective, it something that isn't without merit, from UVU. I can't say we weren't undeserving of at least conceding one. As Cash cuts out this ball here, plays it off to Garcia, who plays it off to Fankhauser into Ty's call. Spreads it out on the left flank. Ball's cut out by UVU, and they definitely have the sense of momentum with them as the rain seems to be coming down in greater force now. And you can definitely see frustrated heads, and I really think, Andrew, this is the time for we need a leader figure on the field to step up, take the game by the scruff of the neck, communicate, and just demand more from the players.
Yeah, it's got to come from somebody, ideally a captain, somebody that the players trust, and it's got to be right now, it's organization. A lot of times in this situation, you're down one, you just want to get a goal back, and you're trying to go quick. And the rain has picked up a lot, and so that's going to play a really big factor in that, and not being able to execute there. And so we just need somebody to calm things down, direct things from an organizational standpoint, as well as an execution standpoint. Once we get the ball, just calm them down.
Yeah, and let's see what we're able to do here on the transition. We, unfortunately, it looks like, okay, the ball's able to be kept in. Back heel from Ty's call as Anderson's on the ball. This is the time, we're in transition. They're not able to get us settled. Ball's played out here to Mumford. Time to step it up, boys. Let's see what Bain's able to do. Plays it in here. Mumford blazing down the right flank and hits it out. And I think we need better options here, off of the second pass.
Yeah, he's completely isolated.
Yeah.
UVU's done their homework. They understand we like to do that a lot. We get into the corner, and it's one-on-one, and it's an easy path to the goal after that. So they're sending 2 guys out there. They've learned. Let's see if BYU can adjust.
Yeah. Cross coming in, low and driven, cleared out by UVU defender. Ball goes out. Yeah, I just think this is going to us getting back in this. It's going to stem from the midfield. Yeah, setting the right tempo, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Let's see what we're able to do here. Come on. Let's see what Bain does, and just hits a side netting on his weak side. Visibly frustrated, but we need more of that. That's exactly the type of playing that we need. This UVU defense is very suspect on these types of split passes. Just slips on his fall through, unable to wrap his foot around it. Visibly frustrated, but let's keep it up.
That's all there. It's just a muscle one. I really should start playing a few minutes every day.
There we go. We've seen a lot more calm play from BYU, which is a good sign, showing a lot of composure.
There we go. Much better, yeah.
We have, what, about 4 minutes left in the half. We're taking our time. Here we go. Let's see what we can do here.
And I feel like at least 4 minutes of stoppage time now.
Yeah.
Anderson slips on this slick surface, and the defender again clears for a throw-in. Mumford plays it into Anderson, posting up, backed up. Quick flick here from Bain. It goes out for another corner. I'd like to see Anderson attempting a shot. He is the leading assist provider. I think there I'd love to see a shot on goal. Test this goalkeeper. The rain's really coming down now. Easier than ever to spill something and get a cheap rebound.
Adam Canfield making his way in late there. You can see him. Keep an eye on him.
As the ball swung in, and that could have gone anywhere, unfortunately, just off of a UVU head. As Bain wins the ball back, and we do have numbers up here.
He's going to rip it. Ooh.
Great sliding challenge and block there from the UVU defender. As we do have a potential 1v1 situation. Fankhauser is tracking back as well as Nathan Mumford. Ball's cut out though and goes errantly and thankfully for Cougar fans into the grateful palms of Ethan Cash.
Yeah, Christian Bain making his way back up the field. Took a big hit from that block shot. Looks like he'll be fine. He's a tough cookie. That's what his wife says anyway.
As we see down this left flank,
cross coming in.
Oh, and is that left intentionally? Who knows? But oh goodness. This ball is adjudged to go out for a goal kick, but that was great play there, and we were able to see, really for the first time, Asher Franks get down that left flank and provide a great pass in the middle. Unfortunately, not connected with. Canfield cuts out that goal kick.
That's a foul. Oh, wow.
Pearson Wallace.
That's just a two.
How many times have we done something like that?
That replay would probably be funny.
That makes a defensive player laugh.
Yeah, just a two-handed shove. Get on the ground.
So we're gonna hear from the from one of the officials. We're gonna have a minimum of 6 added minutes due to those delays. So we will be going to around the 50-minute mark as the let's see what is able to happen here. As another pass comes in, and it looks like Mumford is able to cut that out. And a UVU corner, and they have a size advantage, and we have to take care of the top of the boxes. Was evidenced in the go-ahead goal for UVU in this first half.
Ethan Cash just touching it out. Out for another corner. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Utah State game a couple years ago. Just pouring down. BYU pulled out 2-1. Let's see if we can come out 3-2 at least.
And I can imagine this is frustrating, for the players, for the staff, especially for those on the field. Everything seemed to be going great. You score in the 5th minute or 4th or 5th minute, and then it's completely turned on its head. As the ball's played down here to Christian Bain. Foul called on UVU. Not really sure what he's yentering about. He went straight through the back of Christian Bain there. But it always looks different when you're trying to win the ball. Ball cheaply given away and then cheaply re-given back to BYU from UVU.
Yeah, Nate's got to get wide here.
Yeah.
He gets the ball. His heel's got to be on the end line there.
Always agree with that. Let's see what Anderson's able to do. Cuts back onto his left.
Pearson
plays
Wallace.
it into Wallace.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Great pass.
Oh, there it is.
And that's the equalizer for a goal! He 27th minute, exactly what the Cougars need. Excellent pass into the box by Pearson Wallace. It looks like Kyle Couve, is he the one who brought that down? Kyle Couve brings that down, and it's put in the back of the old onion bag by our number 9, Ben Fankhauser. Exactly what we needed. The atmosphere was getting a little bit too drab and drenched, and we're able to reply with a slick finish there. Not sure what the UVU defenders are complaining about here. Son, I'd complain to your back line for being so exposed, as he gets a yellow card, caution from the referee for dissent. I'd quit the bickering and worry about chatting with your defenders about your positioning, lad.
Yeah. It's just a sign of a little bit of immaturity on his part. You know, you got it, you know, a call's not going to go your way every single time. And, hey, you got to understand that. You can be a little upset, and that's okay. But, hey, if you're getting mad at the ref after...
berating the referee, it doesn't do anything. Well, this is coming from a guy who's gotten yellow cards from dissent. But, you know, not for, you know, you missed the call. And I didn't see anything from that perspective. No signs of offside. No indication whatsoever. I'm no video assistant referee, but, you know, I give my thumbs up.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of energy and a lot. Whoa! That was a really big push there. 2 hands.
Yeah, this some suspect calls, and definitely not in our favor, like some past games that we've definitely had. But you saw Ty's call close down very effectively on the far side, and you can hear the coaching staff was definitely a massive fan of that. We do need more energy, even if that requires, you know, sacrificing some more players for substitutions. As Mumford cuts into the middle here, and just overcooks the pass, and it looked like Anderson and Bain were running into the same space. Unfortunately, neither were able to get in there.
Yeah, you know what I would really love to see? The bench. BYU bench just needs to get into it, get going, amp everybody up on the field. After every little thing that happens, hey, they get out there, they help them, you know?
Yeah, and I was never the biggest fan of, you know, kind of jumping and cheerleading to a certain extent, but...
Oh, I'm a cheerleader.
I know, but from my perspective, but, you know, not for every little thing and, you know, jumping and hooting and hollering. But I definitely agree with you in terms of let's encourage the boys, you know, let's galvanize them. You know, pass cheaply given away there.
Cheaply given back.
Yeah, cheaply won back by Fankhauser. I wonder, I think the teams are competing for who's cheaper in that sense. No, but definitely, I think the bench should be contributing that part. Riling the boys up, you know, when they're saying press, 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 being part of that conversation for sure. Ball thrown back here to the UVU center back. Flicks it over, and the ball is miscontrolled by the cautioned UVU player, number 10.
Yeah, maybe we can get a good shot here, at least in the second half of number 4. Looks like he's got a little chocolate on his jersey, so like to get a close-up on that one.
It's funny because it's true.
At first I thought it was blood, and then it was too dark for that.
Let's see what we're able to do here in the final minute of added time. The shot comes in.
Oh, just drop it up top. There it is.
Hit it, get it. Oh.
Wow.
Oy vey, how these have not gone in, some of them. Come on, swing that in. Let's see what we're able to do here. Cross is swung in, body's thrown at it. Goes to the legs of one UVU defender. It is definitely getting frantic over there. Oh, I felt like we should have had the 3-2 there.
Yeah. Excellent look, though. Great opportunity.
Exactly.
That shot came in.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Christian Bain was there to just...
Took 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, it was a minimum of 6 minutes of stoppage time. And, you know, we did have a delay with the celebration, so it might be going beyond the 51 mark. Let's see what we're able to do here.
Ooh,
and the ball is put over. There is that frustration, but we're finding the opportunities, we're finding the space. It's better than being passive and being exposed as the referee blows for halftime. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something that we have yet to see this 2021 fall season is BYU concede, let alone concede twice, which has been very unfortunate for the Cougar fan here at Southfield getting drenched, or those watching with us on this live stream. We definitely love the response from the boys being able to win back that equalizer after going 2-1 down. Doss, what are your thoughts as we close shop for halftime?
Yeah, I just think the chat that they're going to be having here at halftime is just, hey, we have to be organized defensively, and we have to understand what they're going to do with the ball. Every single time, they're taking the ball, having 2-3 passes, and then they're going long every time. So from a defensive perspective, that's going to be communicated. And then an offensive perspective, I think it's just going to be keep everything up, keep everything going that we're doing, and they're just going to keep trickling in. So don't change too much offensively.
And the defensive stability and organization, like you said.
Yeah.
That's the big thing for me.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in about 15 minutes' time. Enjoy your bathroom or food or whatever break that you have during this 15 minutes, and we'll see you soon.
Appearance one time already so far this year, and he had a clean sheet, so let's hope he can keep that up.
As Kyle Kuv wins the ball back there. And we see quite a few changes actually, or a few changes have been made at half. This ball played in here to Anderson. Skips past one player. Has Kuv running in here. Ball's cut out, and Griff Garcia retains possession, plays it over here to Adam Canfield. Back to Garcia. Into Fankhauser, who is being pressed by UVU. It looks like they are trying to be a little bit more energetic on the press at the start of this second half, especially compared to how they started in the first half. Ball played in here, cut out, but there is a deflection. Played out here to Kyle Kuv. Plays it off back to Ben Fankhauser.
Oh, good move.
Cuts inside. What options does he have?
Ooh.
And the shot comes off.
There it is.
And again! In the 47th minute, that's a goal! And the second of the match for Ben Fankhauser. Excellent work. What a response. I'm sure Coach Gillum and the coaching staff are going to be overjoyed and even just satisfied at the fact that we're able to get this 3-2 go-ahead goal. Great work combining in there with Kyle and with Ben. Exactly the injection of energy and just goals that we needed at this point. BYU Cougars 3, University of Utah, or excuse me, Utah Valley University Wolverines 2 here in the 48th minute. Great way to start the second half, Doss.
Yeah, honestly couldn't have come out any stronger, any sharper. 2.5 minutes in, they already got a goal. Not much more you can ask from them.
And that was definitely well worked. And for those who are just tuning in, we did have a goalkeeper substitution at halftime. Charlie Thorpe, the freshman, coming in for Ethan Cash, the avid Star Wars and FC Bayern fan, coming in for another start. Let's see if he's able to maintain a personal clean sheet. Fankhauser has the ball here in the middle. Plays it, but that ball is cut out. And you can hear from the coaching staff, Dawson, for those at home who can't hear, the coaching staff is just continually adamant about keeping the energy up. This is a theme that we've seen this season, keeping the energy up, not relenting, and we cannot let it slip. We've already been punished twice. Split pass comes in here as the ball is laid off to Asher Franks. Ty's call again on the ball. I definitely like the tempo that we're seeing in the midfield. Much faster, much more decisive.
That's a
and
ball.
A great pass here out to Asher Franks. Just skips in front of him. Great pass there, attempt from Fankhauser.
Yeah, we apologize for the screaming coming from the BYU bench. Coach Brandon Gillum, very passionate about this game. Not just this game, but, you know, the game of soccer.
And nothing but respect there. And I wonder what the... I'm not sure what the call is here. The official making some very strange calls. Not the first, not the last is what I anticipate, but looks like he called him for sliding in even with possession of the ball, but Fankhauser able to get it off his foot. Bain lays it off here. Much better passing, what we're seeing of just in the 5th minute here of the second half. And we also, I see down this right flank, Cameron Pennock, number 18, also came in at halftime.
Yeah, Cameron Pennock, an up-and-coming name with the BYU soccer organization. I believe he's a sophomore. Is that correct?
Freshman.
Freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, freshman. He's going to be a very influencing factor going forward into the future for the Cougs. So I'm excited to see what he has to offer in the next coming years.
Yeah. Free kick awarded to BYU here. Fankhauser stepping over the ball. Opts to play it short and quick into Bain. Cuts in. Lays it back to Fankhauser, who then sprays it wide. Here to Pennock. Crosses it in. Comes off the UV defender. Shot comes in from Fankhauser on a hat trick now, actually. And the ball's well dealt with by Wallace, number 13. And it looks like Anderson is playing extremely far wide in this second half as he's now cutting in the middle. Has a shot, which is blocked. Let's see what we're able to do here. And there have been a few instances in this game alone where we have had these scrappy, frantic moments in front of UVU's goal. That was the ball sprayed wide here to Asher Franks.
Yeah, great observation there, my cohort. I think that's something that's going to be tough for BYU. Once they get inside the box, they got 8-9 guys inside there, and it's just going to be really difficult. So it's just going to be a scrap. Who's got that grit, and who's gonna outwork the other opponent and get a goal.
And from the attacking side, that's where switching up what you're doing on the attacking side of things is going to be very beneficial. Taking some long shots, trying the chip passes in so as to make the back line drop back and provide more space. And then also trying to hit them with that killer through ball on the floor. As one comes in here, goes past a few players. As UVU is trying to regain some momentum that they lost at the end of the first half. Pressure here, and the ball is well tackled here by Pennock. It looked like there could have been it looked like there was a deflection, but the referee judges it to be a UVU throw.
Christian Bain.
Great pass in here. Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
Oh,
cuts in. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh.
Tice call.
Tice skies it. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Great cut in here by Kyle. Just unable to squeeze it underneath the goalkeeper. Great work.
Yeah, that goal was more open than the supermarket on a Wednesday.
I don't know what supermarket you're going to. I feel like the Smith's by my house is crowded no matter what time of day.
Really?
I feel like everywhere is so crowded these days, like everywhere. I don't know what it is. Overpopulation? I don't know. People just wanting to get, just kidding. People wanting to get out after, 12 or so months of not doing much. I don't know. But I saw at Smith's, they do sell Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Speaking of, when you go to Chick-fil-A, what sauce are you getting? Is the best one, in your opinion? Is it the Polynesian?
Original. Original Chick-fil-A sauce.
The original Chick-fil-A. That's what you're going for.
Yep.
That's what I go for too.
Keep it classic, my friend.
Every once in a while, you do get that one person who's saying, it's all about the Polynesian, man.
No.
To me, I'm not about it.
Polynesian sauce to me, it's like that contrarian trying to be edgy. It's like somebody being like, oh yeah, Billie Eilish is my favorite artist. No, it isn't. No. We know that you like the original the best, and you probably even like ketchup better. But come on, lad. Don't play yourself. You don't like Polynesian sauce. Like, it's not bad, but it's the best. Give me a break. Anyways, as we have unhinged hour. As we have unhinged hour with Grant Drivas and Andrew Dawson here, as Griffin looks for that crossfield diagonal pass across the way. Ball's cut out here by Anderson, cutting in on his left. Running out of acreage and attempts that pass into Kyle Couve. Defender cuts it out, but there is a deflection off of BYU. And I know that there definitely are, speaking of this Chick-fil-A sauce conversation, I think sweet and sour is underrated.
Yeah.
I've had it like twice, once by accident, once intentionally. And it gives you best of both worlds in the words of the poet M. Cyrus. As we're able to see here down the right flank, Anderson on the ball, has Pennock coming in down this right side. Cross is cut out. Like to see a little bit, as we see here on the goal, somebody really making that darting near post run. Somebody, available at the 6, somebody on the far post, mixing it up, trying to create space. But good work there by Pennock. He's put in a great shift so far, these 10 or so minutes in the second half.
Yeah. Great observation, Grant. Have you played soccer before?
Once or twice. What about you?
I actually quit when I was. No, that's a lie.
Okay.
Well, I did quit. It's because my body wasn't
I
functioning
played
properly.
with BYU until Brandon Gill has a shot, comes in here on the short attempt, blocked. But, yeah, I made the unfortunate mistake of calling him Gilliam too many times. And, he said, that's it, lad, you're done. All jokes aside. All jokes here. But, anyways, I definitely, however, based on the observation, no, I think he's done well. He's making great overlapping runs, something I'm a major proponent of. He came in at halftime for Nathan Mumford, who put in a solid shift in the first half. But I think that we need to keep exploiting the overlapping run. Again, something that you'll hear me and my colleague Andrew say time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, forcing the defender to make a decision is the best thing that you can do as an attacker. Make them second-guess their decisions and then exploit the weakness and the opening that you can find. Throw incoming here from UVU. Flicked on. As the ball's backheeled by, audaciously by Adam Canfield. Before the ball goes in Asher Franks. And speaking of overlapping runs, we have Griff Garcia here on the left. Plays it into Kyle Couve, has some pressure, able to maintain possession, lays it off back for Ty's call. Loses the ball, but masterfully slides and wins the ball back, all ball, with a little bit of a side of man and maybe some sweet and sour sauce. Who knows? As Anderson purveying his options, I'd like to see Mike be a little bit more direct in terms of how he is attacking.
Yeah, BYU needs to be a little bit more cognizant of who's in the back where they got. Typically, you only want one of your wingers to go forward. Right now, we have two of them, which is not ideal. That makes us very susceptible to a counterattack, so we need to make sure that we're sorting that out.
It was interesting, actually, now that you're pointing that out, I'm looking here at the back line, and I see this lad number 18. He was the one who went off, and I believe he was adjudged to have a concussion. I'm shocked he's still on the field. I know he was taken off, so he was obviously put on at some point, but I'm surprised that he was allowed to play after trainers judged him to have a concussion, regardless of severity. It's nothing you want to toy with. Griff Garcia cuts out the pass here before it's played out to Asher Franks.
Good ball, skipping the midline.
Good turn by Ties. Has the options in front of him. And
there he keeps going.
Keeps going. He definitely has some Polynesian sauce on his foot. That ball's sticking to it, my friend. That's another thing about the Polynesian sauce. Oh my gosh. It's like you stuck your hand in a soda and you just got like part of your finger on it.
Have you done that before? In a soda?
I can't. My attorneys have advised me to not comment on that. Ball is
good
played
counsel.
out. Won well by Griff Garcia here, and then played through the middle, and we're able to switch. We're playing with a lot more continuity. You can tell there's a system in place again. Let's see what Anderson's able to do here. Plays the ball in, and not really sure what the referee wants to see. That looked like some illegal contact in the back on Ty's call, but I definitely appreciate the fact that he is making those darting runs just even down the middle.
Ooh, yeah. It's tough. It's in any other place on the field, that's a penalty, or that's a foul. But in the 18, the ref's got to make a decision, and he didn't have a minute that time to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Bain's able to win the ball back after the errant back heel. Ball back on his left foot. Takes a strike, another tame one. Get a little bit more behind it, lad. Make the goalkeeper work.
I think he was shooting for the groundhogs there.
Maybe he's worried about, scuffing up those vintage boots he's got on. Shot power has decreased 10% for every year since it's come out. So unfortunately, he'd be at a negative 50%.
Yeah, we hear Coach Brandon Gillum on the sideline yelling lots of energy, lots of focus. That's going to, energize his boys, get them up and going, making sure that they're optimizing their time on the pitch.
Yeah, and that's something that, we're both vocal players and we're pretty vocal people off the field as well. I think it's a great time for somebody to really step up vocally, organizationally, and help organize the team and what they're doing. Kyle Couve, right-footed cross cut out by another sliding challenge from UVU.
Yeah, this is 2 times now this half. I've noticed the back line getting out of balance, having 2 wingers up and just leaving 2 out in the back, which should be corrected into the future.
Yeah.
Oh, off the post.
I think that's less of a penalty than the last one on Ty's call. And the ball's really, really well cut out here by Asher on that counterattack, doing a great job. We just have to see the midfield work its way back. Ball's played out here on the left side.
Give a quick little shout out to Coach Casey Waldron there. Just doing his job, making sure the ball gets back to the player, but maybe a little bit out of his reach. Slowing the game down just a little bit. What a schemer.
As that shot from Utah Valley emulates the missed chance from Ty's call. High in the sky. No broken windows on the IPF, though.
Not today.
Thankfully for the maintenance crew. As you see a substitution coming in, number 21 on UVU, making the swap with number 11.
Yeah, I know we mentioned earlier tonight we had a pretty good turnout. I'd say, that's come to fruition. I'd say we got a pretty good amount of people out here given
How
the weather.
it was dumping.
Yeah.
No, props to them. I would not have come personally. The way that was raining, I was like, lad, I need a Supreme poncho stat.
Yeah, we're lucky we get a nice little tent over here. Not air conditioning or heating, but we can
Protection from the elements.
Yeah, we can do with what we have.
On this far side, UVU being worked. The ball into Bain. Cuts with the skills to pay the bills. Gets the ball back. Weaving and dribbling out of bounds. I guess he felt bad for the UVU defender for making him slip one too many times. He said, you know what? Charity is the greatest of all these attributes. Here is this ball back, my friends.
That brings back me, let's see this real quick, actually.
And just unable to get that touch. We see a triple substitution also lining up for BYU. We have Ben Gonzalez, Eli Homestead, and Carter Olson, who's come off the bench and has put in quite a few goals, registered a couple of assists, as a first-year player, making his mark statistically, to say the very least. Pearson plays the ball off to Bain, loses the ball here, wins it back very well, and dragged by the UVU player, and gets back up, wins the ball, and is able to salvage a throw. And as we see this triple substitution, as Kyle Couvelier, Ty's call is actually staying. Kyle Couvelier, let's see, Ben Fankhauser, Michael Anderson, and Christian Bain are coming off. It looks like somebody was sticking out. Okay, now we have this confusion cleared up. Bain is actually going to be staying on the pitch. Anderson, Fankhauser, and Couvelier all step off in that triple substitution with Olson, Homestead, and Gonzalez. As Pearson Wallace cuts in, beats his man, finds call at the top of the box, pass cut out. I think now that, Homestead has had quite a bit of a rest, here coming on in the 65th minute, time to use his pace. I'd like to see him get in more behind the back line as he actually closes down on UVU here. There's another lob pass is successfully executed here from a defender. Homestead sticks his foot in, showing a lot of tenacity on the defensive end of the ball, which you always appreciate from an attacking player. Here's Asher Franks, finds that split pass in the call. Fortunately, unable to accurately lay it off to Bain. As Canfield looks to shepherd the ball out and successfully does so for a goal kick. Just making sure it went out.
That was quite the pause. I loved it. Oh, they're calling
Gotta keep the
corner
people
now.
on their toes.
Ooh, I don't know.
Catch me outside. I don't know about that. I have to say, you know, being a referee is, of course, Doss, a very thankless job. I have to say these a lot of these decisions tonight have been very suspect and very, very questionable. Of course, the linesman in that sense does have, ideally, allegedly, the optimal angle if they are in line with the line as opposed to where we are, but interesting. Ball swung in, can't get past the first man. Follow-up attempt does not work out as the ball's won down here on the right flank.
Good win by Eli.
Great work, Eli. Able to find it, now we're able to rebuild. Bain opting for that reset. Pennick, who is deputizing here in the right back position. Canfield plays it back here to Charlie Thorpe as BYU now looks to build out of the back. Into Gonzalez, tricky pass. He's able to make great composure out of it as Griff Garcia now is on the ball. Plays it in to Ty's call, lays it off here. And back into the middle for Ties, into Gonzalez. This is what you like to see as a neutral. A lot of touch pass, fast-moving tempo, and this is how we're going to be able to get a fourth, fifth goal in this match.
Yeah, and that was great. You know, we built out of the back. We went from one end to the other, took 20 yards, went back the other way.
And just too predictable. Sorry to cut in, Duff. Just too predictable here with Pennick coming in and trying. I think UVU is starting to read that. We're making those little diagonal runs for that through pass and, you know, hitting it outside the foot. Let's do something. We saw Tyskal was having success going straight down their throats. Let's try that as well. As there is a deflection. We can hear that. Goes out for a BYU throw.
Yeah, if you can hear the chatter or the chanting going on the BYU sideline, or sorry, in the stands, sounds like a bunch of middle school girls chanting BYU.
Yeah, how do you know they're middle school girls?
Yeah, you know, tongue boys.
Early ball comes in here. Great pass. Frustrating. He's not able to do more with that. That's exactly what we need. Mixing up the type of distribution and the type of attacking schemes that we're running. Gonzalez sticks in a foot, sends the player toppling as Bain's able to now cut in. But UVU is doing a good job now getting bodies behind the ball. Bain able to slalom through certain defenders. The pass, the final product not working though, as that attempted pass that Eli Holmstead is cut out. And the Aaron touch there from Ty's call. I wouldn't foul him. I just delay and contain, and that's a great tackle. And doesn't that look like it went off of the UVU player?
Is he reaching for a card?
What?
I think he is.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness
That was
gracious.
soft.
Wow. That is softer than the Pillsbury Doughboy. My goodness gracious.
I think that's softer than Charmin Ultra Soft.
I think it's softer than Charmin Super Mega General Ultra Soft, but it doesn't even exist, ladies and gentlemen. It's a prototype, and I just broke my NDA disclosing the name. As we see Myers coming in for call here in the 70th minute, as we're at the 69-minute and 35-second mark. But you know, I don't mean to rag on the referee, but I think I'm going to, Doss, so forgive me, and for those at home watching. So he got a yellow card, but it's still a throw-in.
That's very interesting.
I wonder what it's for. Then it can't be for that sliding challenge because I saw nothing.
Yeah, you had to have said something.
Yeah, maybe there was a alleged foul, an advantage played earlier that we didn't see. I don't know. Okay, so it sounds like there was some gamesmanship going on, and trying to, you know, some smack talking, getting in the heads, but
and unsportsmanlike conduct, as they call it in American football.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, and that is a foul. And That's definitely a booking there for number 21.
That's late.
Yeah, it's just, you
And they
know,
got
there's
2 cards there.
and there's also the yellow card for the continuation, the UVU player taking the shot when it's, you know, multiple seconds after it's called. There's no need for that. Again, waste more time, you're down, so you know, your choice. But something that we are seeing, it is starting to slow down a little bit. I think something great, I know that the coaching staff is demanding that from the players, getting that insurance goal, getting at least a 4th goal, exposing UVU. There's many opportunities where they've been exposed and our finishing hasn't been up to speed as much as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been able to get that close-up on number 4 on UVU with that chocolate stain. Let's see if we can get some of that in the future.
Or it could be barbecue sauce from Chick-fil-A that's just had its time to, you know, dry and mature.
I forgot that they have barbecue sauce at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, great work here by Olsen. I tell you, young lad, puts in a shift, works hard, uses that reckless abandon, and you know, he's benefiting from it as this pass from Asher Franks is errant, inaccurate. Gonzalez on the ball, has an option here in the middle. As Wallace plays it out wide into Pearson, or excuse me, into Pennick.
Yeah, we got to get numbers behind the ball here.
Yeah.
Too many numbers up.
And I also think at the same time, we're sitting back so much, and I get it because we do have limited numbers back, but that it allows for more space for the attackers to operate in.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself.
Appreciate the compliment, Doss.
Hey, you can take a compliment.
Yeah,
You're pretty
thank
good
you.
at that.
You know. And number 18 on UVU, who was allegedly and we believe to be a judge for a concussion, exits the field like 40, 50 minutes, it seems like, after. So it seems like he's okay.
Yeah.
And Olsen doing something that I did as a high schooler and I actually was sent off for in a high school game, jumping and, you know, doing that gamesmanship, which is perfectly permitted in the, you know, on the field of play. But I remember that referee at the time was not a fan of it, and his sensibilities were questioned by the player who was cautioned for it, aka yours truly. As the ball's played out here, out wide, Asher Franks, and I think right in here you see in this attacking sense, Eli's checking in. You want to see Meyer then peeling off, making that run into this space. Again, being a little bit more direct in that sense when these defenders are adjusting and having to make a transition. Gonzalez knocked off the ball here. We definitely have to be wary of a transition.
But, you know, we did lose the ball, but what I love here, UVU, they send 2 guys forward to get the ball. BYU, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys back running to get the ball. That's excellent on our part. We lose the ball.
Something we were lacking in the first half.
Yes.
But no, I definitely agree. Something that is very evident, and that's why we were able to really snuff out that potential danger. Ooh. Aaron passing here, and it's luckily slips by here. As number 2 on UVU is starting to plow through some people, but is eventually foiled here in the middle by Pearson Wallace. Ball's played out here to Cameron Pennick.
And that was great work by Ben Gonzalez. He's just quite the force in the back there. He's always moving, gets the ball back, and he gets it back on his foot.
And again, you see it when Eli Homestead is checking in here. Who's making that run in the space that he's leaving as the defender goes to track him? Ball cut out here into Pennick. Looks to play it back. Ball's played in here.
Yeah, and we just take our time here, you know?
Wallace sprays it out. Yeah, exactly.
See what you have. Knock it. Nothing. Knock it.
Exactly. Knock it, knock it, knock it. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Touch, touch, touch. And again, these types of passes we have to take better care of. Yes, our work rate off the ball and trying to win it back has bailed us out.
I'm not sure what I saw there, but ref saw something deemed it worthy of a foul. Let's see it. We'll give it to him. Let's see what kind of a boot we got here from the left back here. Not too bad.
Scale of 2 to 8. How do you rate it?
Wow, that was a really good chip attempt.
That was like the one we had earlier in FIFA. So before this game, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew and I, we're also friends outside of the commentary booth, and we were playing some FIFA. He is 1-2 against me. He won as we were playing as women's teams on FIFA, but he did not have an answer for Olympique Marseille or for Liverpool. But I did attempt an audacious chip challenge, and he read it and released the Y button, and his goalkeeper scooped it up like a Baskin-Robbins order. As Gonzalez receives the ball in here, lays it off to our number 13, Pearson Wallace. He's definitely, I like what Wallace is doing. He's demanding a lot more of the ball, dictating the tempo, and I think that's exactly what we need. And UVU's sitting off the ball, and there's going to be a point where, they have to attack. As Pennick caught in possession here before Olsen's able to win it back. And that's our biggest danger here, is just taking care of the ball. UVU's sitting back, absorbing, and they just want to take off for the races and hit us on the counter.
Just like
Pennick
this.
out of position, needs to get back. Dangerous ball put in there.
Just
Laps between Garcia and Pennick.
Good, Ben Gonzalez.
Great work, Ben.
Ooh.
And they're well cut out by Bain. This is what we need to exploit here. Yes, they have quite a few people behind the ball. Let's kill them on the counter.
There we go. We got.
Turn on those afterburners, Asher. That's what the fans are at home are saying.
Ooh.
Tries a few step overs, fools the defender, and fools himself. But more importantly, fools the defender. As he's big, he's round, he's all over the ground. He's a UVU defender. Gonzalez back on the ball here. Plays it into Bain. And we don't see a really, yes, we often see this false nine approach, but I definitely think we need to have, somebody really posting up at that number 9 slot, as it's leaving space in Adam Canfield. With the skills to pay the bills takes the UVU defender to the cleaners. It was a little bit of Adam Canfield-inho here. And then you see him with a couple of touches after that. Canfield-inho, no?
Buy the kid an ice cream cone after that. That's just bad, Adam.
We see Anderson coming in for a substitution here in the 79th minute of play. As we hear calls from the bench to elevate the BYU energy. Could not have said it better and more succinctly myself.
Grant, I am noticing one point of improvement that the BYU offense could improve on. I'm seeing a lot of stagnation whenever the ball is being carefully brought forward. So players getting into one spot, ball's not getting to them, they're standing in there
and
just taking
there.
up space.
Not moving, demanding the ball. Yeah. Exactly, I definitely see that. Great that you're pointing that out, Doss.
Yeah, just got to wait, 1-2 seconds, don't get the ball,
and just
get
constantly
out of the space.
moving, because then you're going to have to resort to a zonal marking approach, and you find those lapses in between the coverage.
Yeah.
As the ball comes in here, if only we had Big Mike Anderson or even Canfield-inho in there.
And that brings us back to the point of, do we see more conditioning in the future with the BYU soccer program?
I think they're not going to be happy hearing that.
I would personally love to see it. Like I said, I would go to that practice.
Conditioning coaches, I'm about to end these boys' whole career. As I see a quadruple substitution coming in here from UVU, it looks like a last push to salvage an equalizer as Anderson comes in for Bain, who is looking fatigued. Put in a shift, weaving in and out of traffic, and is able to get a rest here in the 80th minute. It also looks like we're going to have a triple substitution here. Finkhauser, Henley, and Mumford are going to be entering the field as well shortly. Gonzalez applying pressure here on UVU as they look to build out of that. Pearson Wallace, or excuse me, that was Meyer from behind. If that's not a yellow and the other things were a yellow, But definitely coming in late.
Yeah.
Definitely coming in late.
Yeah, we're at a tally of 5 yellow cards so far in the game.
Chippy game.
Yeah, definitely.
As this free kick is being taken from right at midfield. It's interesting, UVU is just not building out of the back, but it looks like they just want to, get the ball in our space and see how they can punish BYU. This ball's well dealt with by Canfield. Ball's in here to Homestead.
Womp it out.
Turns, plays
Oh,
it.
that's beautiful.
Great work playing it out through Gonzalez, but I gave it away too cheaply there. And the shot is tame as it is gratefully scooped up by Charlie Thorpe. Good thing that shot was not Miley Cyrus, as it could very easily, it was very easily tamed and dealt with.
Yeah, it definitely was not a wrecking ball.
As we did have a couple of UVU wrecking balls in that first half. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Gonzalez here on the ball. Anderson checking in, laying it off. And something that, when you see that type of check-in from Anderson, you've seen it from Homestead, just when you're a defender having to make that vertical run and then having to drop back, that wears you down. That's something that definitely need to keep exploiting. Garcia up here, chips the ball into space. Great pass.
One touch to the top. Ooh.
Nobody there, unfortunately. Olsen the closest, unable to get a foot on the end of that. And there's a great work here from Pearson Wallace.
Yeah.
We saw a foul off the ball on Meyer, but it looks like the referee's having none of it, turning a blind eye to it.
Yeah, and right here, I mentioned earlier UVU being very spread out in between lines. Right here, I'm seeing the same thing for BYU. We have the ball. We're at the 18, or where our defenders are, and our forwards and our midfielders are up at half. We can't be having that. Got to clean it up.
You see now down this left flank, we have lots of space as the ball is sprayed out wide here to Asher.
Ooh.
Attempts the ball, and it goes right into the not so preferred zone to be hidden as a defensive player. Wallace now sprays it out wide. Something you love to see on a slick surface.
Yeah.
Now featured in FIFA 22, the RBA low-driven pass. As Myers on the ball, plays it out here to Olsen, and then resetting. I don't necessarily mind this. We are keeping the ball well. We just have to be wary of the counterattacks, especially being up. As let's see what Anderson's able to do here. On his left foot, crosses it. Good idea attempting to hit it to Homestead at the far post.
Oh,
Frank shoots off the crossbar.
Wow.
Oh goodness, that's unlucky. Off the woodwork twice for us now.
Put some.
We need to be careful here. Great work by Canfield as we see the replay coming in. Oh, the goalkeeper just got a tip.
Yeah, he did.
I knew it.
Put a little bit of
touches.
Polynesian sauce on that when we needed some sweet and sour.
Anderson lays it off here.
Ooh, some miscommunication.
Franks is able to clean it up before it goes out into Meyer. I'd like to see Olsen start going down this right flank more. We've been going down the left a whole lot, and I'd like to see that more on this right flank. As he receives the ball, you're definitely seeing a lot of lateral movement east to west. Lots of space here afforded here for Gonzalez. Plays it into Anderson. As we see Franks play it back into Gonzalez. Checking up top is number 13, Pearson Wallace. Plays it out wide here to Olsen. Now we have Pennick on the ball. Swings it in. Deflection coming through, and then it's headed out. Ball cheaply given away by UVU. Ball's collected, just cut out. Let's get a shot off. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, Griff, the unit Garcia.
Great read there by Griffin Garcia as he's now blazing down the left flank. Now we need to be wary in transition here. Luckily, there's a poor touch here from UVU and gives us more time to recover, but yeah. Great work by Olmsted, winning the ball back. That's what you love to see. Plays it in here. Let's see what Meyer's able to do. In the opposing box, great ball put into Olsen. And a little slip and slide action as the ball goes out for a goal kick. We're going to see a triple substitution now. Fankhauser, Henley, and Mumford are entering the field. It looks like Henley's going back in at the left back slot. And we also have Mumford going at the right back slot, and then Fankhauser back in the middle, taking Pearson Wallace out. I really appreciated how he was definitely doing well with dictating the tempo, speeding up play, sometimes slowing it down. We looked much more in control, I'd say, the last 15, 20 minutes, and he was definitely a focal point in that. Ball almost skips over. Gonzalez able to get his head onto it as he's able to outmuscle the player. I don't know what he's complaining to the referee about. You lost the ball fair and square, lad.
He's got 30 pounds on him, too.
I think more, man. Might be 30 stone, as they say in England. Like, massive size difference. And great work there by Gonzalez, though. Tenacious, feisty player. Great work here. Great pass in here.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, and just cut out. I love that. The quick little interchange with the attempted killer pass, making the defenders turn around and face their own goal. So as we're now heading at our 88th minute, just over 2 minutes left in regulation. We'll see if any stoppage time is adjudged as Henley retains the ball, smartly resets it as Fankhauser gains possession in the middle. And it really is about game management at this point. Yes, we are in the 89th minute. It's great to get the insurance goal, but you want to ensure the 3 points and not sacrifice a draw.
Yeah. And it turned out to be a pretty nice night out. I'm looking out.
Beautiful right now.
Yeah, no umbrellas out. It's looking pretty good from a fan standpoint.
Definitely. It does feel chillier, though.
A little bit.
Yeah, it seems as the clouds have parted a little bit. Now the heat is not retained just as much.
And we're hearing a signal that we will be having 2 minutes of extra time added here. So got about 3 to 4 minutes left in this game. See if BYU can't wrap it up.
Fankhauser here on the ball. And we're again seeing a symptom in the UVU defensive approach that we saw in the first half that you pointed out originally, Doss, is that there is a lot of space in between the different channels in these blocks in the UVU defense. And you wonder at some point, UVU, if you want to at least, get that third goal, when are you going to step and try and force a mistake? Olsen on the ball, plays it out here to Mumford, able to find Meyer in the middle to Fankhauser.
Ooh, bad touch.
The ball's mishit by Anderson, and we definitely need to get back here.
Ben Gonzalez back. Adam Canfield back, nothing to worry about there.
Just to be, and not to be the pessimist there, it's just not good enough to be able to allow that, Andrew. It's great that player did not have more strength or more pace to be able to give himself a better angle. And, great work there just to put off the defender at the end, but we cannot, in the transition, we need to manage these games in a way that even a half chance shouldn't be afforded.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, as a former defender, last 10 minutes of the game, I'm not looking to get rid of anything, and that's the forefront in my mind. So I'm definitely going to be erring. If I'm on a positional standpoint, I'm going to be defensive and take care of it on that plane. Hey.
I cannot.
Yeah, 20's getting a little hot-headed. Maybe a little upset that he knows he's going to lose.
My goodness, great. That's just inexcusable to me.
Yeah, that's the second time. That's cheap.
And something that definitely happened off the ball there, in case you didn't see, for those viewing at home, is, oh, that was dicey there. And Garcia was able to win the ball, and Gonzalez smartly plays it back, as we're starting to see now a sense of urgency from UVU on the defensive side. The ball's reset now into Thorpe.
You know what I thought was interesting? Earlier in the game, earlier in the half, 20 was coming off, and he was just walking down the sideline, and Ben Fankhauser, the one who just got fouled by him, he reached out to him to give him a fist bump and say, "Hey, good game, you're doing well." He just walked through him. Kind of sad.
I can't stand that type of ill discipline. And from a player who's just had absolutely no impact on, in any way in the game, and then the only impact that you do have is, you act like an immature teenager. No offense to the Gen Zers out there. I know you don't want to be compared to that type of ill discipline. Anderson back on the ball. And the referee blows the full-time whistle here as BYU, after leading 1-0, goes down 2-1, able to equalize just before halftime, and is able to get the winner right after half in a dicey affair. Dicier than and a little bit too close for comfort, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the cleanest win BYU's had, but good fought battle, coming back from 2-1, winning 3-2. So definitely not the desired performance, but we got the win, and let's move on to next week, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming schedule that we have here on the BYU men's soccer front, we actually are playing at Weber State tomorrow, at University of Utah, a week from Saturday, and it looks like on the 22nd we are playing Utah State at home, so we hope to see you on the road and also at home supporting us, especially for that Utah State game. That will be our second to last home game of the season. And we wish you all the best, and have a great night and weekend.